have the best candles in the world, but no one's going to know or buy it if you don't know how to market your business. Starting a business can be so expensive, so today we're going to talk about 5 different ways you can market your candles online for free. Subscribe and hit the bell if you're a budding candle maker looking to start and grow your own business. You can also follow me on Instagram at Luna London Candles. Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Ishani and I'm the creator of Luna London, a home fragrance company which has now finally launched. If you'd like to check out my website, you can go ahead and click the first link in the description box below. As always, on this channel we talk about candle making and selling candles online. So guys, before we dive into the video, I'd highly recommend you check out my last video, how to find your niche in candle making, because that will help you so much more, be more efficient with your marketing, and I'll just leave the link up above so you can go and check it out. So the first way you can market your candles online is through email marketing. Now, I know it doesn't sound very exciting, but it's a very efficient way to talk directly to your audience. Now, what I mean by this is with social media platforms like Instagram, you're very reliant on their algorithm to show your content. So if we take Instagram as an example and you have 1,000 followers on Instagram, 10% of those people will be shown your content, so that's 100 people. And depending on how it does, depending on whether Instagram thinks it's good quality or not, it'll be shown to more people, but it's not really guaranteed. So essentially your reach is not in your control. Of those 100 people, a general stat of conversion is about 2%. So from 1,000 followers, you're likely to have 2 people buy, which obviously means that you need lots and lots of followers to be able to make a decent income. So that's why email marketing is so great, because you can go directly into the inbox of your potential customers without having to worry about whether or not someone's going to show your content or not. Now, I know what you're thinking. Number 1, I don't have an email list. Number 2, I hate receiving emails and I don't want to be spammy. And I totally get that, because I was definitely in the same mindset. When I started learning about email marketing, I was just like, oh, I hate receiving like hundreds and hundreds of emails all the time from the same people, and they kind of just bombard your inbox and fill it out. So I totally get where you're coming from, but stick with me, let's talk it through. So let's talk about the first thing. I don't have an email list. Now, I personally started collecting emails way before I was ready to launch. And I did this by creating a lead magnet. Now, a lead magnet is basically something of value that you give away for free to potential clients or potential customers. And for me, my lead magnet was a guide of manifesting, because I know my audience is really interested in manifesting. And basically the payment of getting access to this guide was giving me their email address. So it was great because it set me up to have at least a list of email addresses that I could be able to market to who may be interested in my candles, because, you know, it's got the same sort of topic of manifesting and zodiac and astrology and that sort of thing. So I know that by them downloading my lead magnet, they're very much aligned to my target audience. So you could do exactly the same thing. If you know your niche, you could create a lead magnet that you think your audience will be interested in and start collecting emails. The second part of feeling spammy is don't be spammy. And to me, that was like, oh, duh, when I actually I heard it on a podcast and I was like, yeah, I don't need to be spammy. I can observe what I like and don't like about when I'm getting emails and basically do what I like and what I feel like my audience would like. So for me, sending emails every day, I just don't think is necessary. I don't think my audience would like it. My whole brand is about creating calm. So I'm working on my email marketing strategy to be able to send frequent emails, but where it's not like invasive or irritating for people. So perhaps that's once every 2 to 3 weeks. And I feel like that kind of frequency is probably just a lot more manageable for people, where they don't feel like I'm constantly invading their inbox, and I really don't want to do that. So I would suggest for you, observe what you do and don't like when you get emails from companies, and try and pick the best bits from the emails that you do receive and kind of replicate that for your own company. And what you could also do is actually ask your audience, how often do they want to hear from you? Maybe do a poll on Instagram and see if they want to hear from you every day or not. Another thing that I'm implementing in my email marketing strategy is to have value-based topics within my emails. So it's not going to just constantly be sell, sell, sell. Maybe I'll put a mindfulness exercise in the email as well as putting my products in. So it's kind of entertaining and then also selling as well. So it doesn't feel so slimy and horrible that I'm just trying to shove my products down their throat. The second way you can market your candles online for free is SEO, search engine optimization, and is a fundamental way to grow organically both on Etsy and for your website. Effective SEO helps you rank your website on search engines so you can grow organically. A stat that I found is that 75% of searchers don't go past the first page when they get their search results. So by not optimizing your SEO, you're basically kind of shooting yourself in the foot, because you could get this amazing organic traffic to your website without having to do a whole lot once your SEO is set up. And that basically means that you're going to have to constantly work at driving traffic to your website, like through social media or your emails, whereas you want to implement all of these different strategies in conjunction with each other. If you're new to SEO, a good way is to go ahead and just use Google to search products within your niche and see what ranks and see what they're doing that is helping them rank. For my horoscope candles, for example, I did exactly this. I searched up horoscope candles and I wanted to see what was ranking, to see what kind of keywords they were using. Because obviously if they managed to get to page 1 of Google, they must have been doing something right. So I then took that and basically replicated it and thought of more keywords that would help me rank as well. Because my website is fairly new, I still haven't managed to rank, but it's something that I'm working on for sure. But if I give my candles as an example for the sort of words I used for my keywords, I basically thought of different words that would describe my candles. So like I said, I've got a zodiac collections. With zodiac, you could have horoscope and star signs and astrology. So all of those words are implemented in my product descriptions and my SEO optimization on Shopify. Another way you can optimize your SEO is basically really simple and kind of like, I felt really silly for not knowing this, but basically if you are going to upload photos of your products, to have your pictures named whatever they are. So for example, if I have a Gemini candle, I called it Gemini horoscope zodiac scented candle. And basically that's another way to strengthen your SEO. The other way I'm optimizing my SEO is to have blog posts. And basically in my blog posts, I've used my keywords over and over again to help me rank as well. So I'm really interested in seeing how these strategies help me, and I'd love to report back on it in the future. The third way you can market your candles online is through Pinterest. Many people see Pinterest as a social media platform, when in fact it's actually a search engine. And that's what Pinterest consider themselves. They consider themselves as a search engine. The brilliant thing about Pinterest is the people that are on there and utilizing the platform already have an intention to make, try, or buy something. So it's really brilliant because you're showing your products to people who already have an open mind to buy. The key with Pinterest is curating an account that enhances your brand. Again, if we go back to that gardening example, if you have a candle company which is all about gardening, you could curate your account to be all gardening content and repin content from other accounts, as well as put your own in the mix too. So this is something I'm actively working on at the moment, and what I'm trying to do is repin about 10 to 15 pins a day. And to be honest, that's not a whole load of work for me. It didn't feel like I was doing a whole lot, but I've started to see the views on pins increase, which was really nice to see that it happened so quickly. For my Pinterest account, what I'm doing is pinning stuff basically related to meditation. So I've got a meditation room section, I've got like meditation music. So I'm just creating everything that if someone was really into meditation, they would like come to my board and see that, wow, there's so much meditation stuff. And then hopefully from there, follow it because they want to see what I pin next. And I'm also then going to be pinning all of my candles in there as well. So it really creates a cohesive experience for people who are interested in my niche. Once I'm more consistent with Pinterest, I will definitely do a follow-up and just report back on my findings and what I found worked and what didn't work. If you'd like to have a look at what I've done so far, you can just click on the description box below. I'll link my Pinterest there. It's still kind of in the early stages, but I guess if you are interested in it, you can kind of see what I'm like trying to do at the moment. So the fourth way you can market your candles online for free is through YouTube. Creating videos on YouTube is a great marketing technique because if you do your keyword research, your content will always be able to be found. What I mean by this is, unlike Instagram where you might have created amazing content, but because it's so buried down in your feed, it's very unlikely people are going to scroll through your whole feed to find everything that you've created. Whereas on YouTube, as I said, if you have like really good keyword research, your videos will be found regardless of when you posted it. Creating videos about your niche is a great way to enhance your customer's experience. And I'll give you an example of how I'm planning to do this with Lunar London. So as I already said, my niche is meditation, and that's kind of what all my candles are about. So I'm going to be launching a new YouTube channel to complement this. And basically what I'm going to do is put lots of meditation music. And I think this is a really lovely way for my customers to get more out of the brand and sort of incorporate it into their lifestyle. So if you buy a candle, I'll always direct them to my YouTube channel so they have like, meditation music on tap for whenever they need it. And what I can do then when I create my videos is have a link to my website. And then with the videos, if someone's never heard of Lunar London, they would come across the videos, and then I would have the link of my website in the description, and then they can come across it in that way, because if they're into meditation music, they're very much more likely to be interested in the products that I have to offer. So I thought this was just a really fun way to bring the experience to life for my existing clients, but also try and draw in new clients. So you could totally do the same thing for your own niche. So for example, if you have candles which are all about baking, create little videos about baking and tips about baking and that sort of thing. So it's kind of like a whole well-rounded experience for your customers. So if you've already launched your candle business, I'd love to know what your favorite way of marketing them is, because it would just be really interesting to know. Like, I know that basically Instagram is probably one of the most used platforms, but if you have something different or love Instagram for a specific reason, I'd love to know, and I'm sure everyone watching would also love to know too. So please leave me a comment below and let me know what's your favorite way to market your candles. So finally, the last way to market your candles online for free is Instagram. And I'm sure this is the one that everybody's interested in, because it's the most engaged with social media platform out there. I'm pretty sure it is anyway. The best thing about Instagram is that it allows you to interact with potential customers and help you build brand awareness and trust and affinity with those potential customers. What I also love about Instagram is if you have a shop set up, people can basically shop your feed, which is just a lovely, really easy way to get people to buy your products. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I'm really loving the new Instagram updates, and they have just recently implemented SEO. So essentially, your posts can be searched for if people are searching for candles or candle making or whatever it may be. It's now searchable, which is really cool, and I definitely think it'll help people expand their reach. What's definitely worked for me on Instagram is creating value-based content and being consistent. I definitely dive deep into my analytics. I like to see what people are saving and sharing most of, and then replicating that, so I know I'm creating content that they actually want to see. I also love using the poll features to kind of ask them what they want to see more of or less of, because while I might have an idea, some things they just may not care about. So I definitely recommend asking your followers what they want to see from you. So while Instagram is a brilliant platform and I use it way more than I'd like to admit, it does have its downsides. And as I mentioned earlier, that is basically the algorithm. You're reliant on the algorithm to show your stuff to people. So I'd highly recommend to think about incorporating lots of different types of marketing strategies rather than just focusing only on Instagram. So I hope you found this really useful, and I hope I gave enough actionable tips that will help you think about your marketing strategy a little bit more. Just as a reminder, I have a ton of free resources in the description box below if you're a new candle maker and would like to check it out. It might be really handy for you. And yeah, that's it from me, guys. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know. I would be happy to answer them. I've tried to kind of go into some detail, but it's kind of not possible to dive deep into each different platform. If you'd like to see a video just about Instagram and growing on Instagram, let me know. I'll be really open to doing it. I just want to kind of make things that you'd want to see as well. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.